Hello everybody, and welcome back to Xcom Enemy Within. Last time we took out two larger UFOs, and we rescued 3 new soldiers. So, this time, let's start off by continuing to scan, which completes the heavy laser research. Which gives us a whole crapload more research. So, before anything else, we may as well interrogate this berserk. Alright, hopefully those punches are going to do little more than scratch the glass, as it were. Alright, we may as well also try and complete that quest. However, we can't, so no worries, really. Alright, with that, our Scilab yields still no psionic operatives. So, let's run a net through, as well as at least one of our operatives, which I can't find for some reason. Here, Matthew Hawkins. Alright, and let's continue to scan. With the Berserker research now complete, we can go for Titan armor, which we are, of course, going to do, because we need all the health we can get.
Commander, we're tracking several reported abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
Speaking of which, we get a abduction, or speaking of health, we get an abduction mission, and we are going to go to Egypt with the reward of 4 engineers. Alright, and it looks like it's our new Assault's very first mission. So, let's give her a light plasma rifle and an arc thrower. We also have our new support's first mission. He gets a medikit, carapace armor, and similarly a light plasma rifle. Thing is tiny. But since we've completed the heavy lasers, we can now use a heavy laser. Specifically, Exalt's heavy laser.
Touching down.
We're dropping you just inside the Egyptian border. We're still seeing dozens of...
Should I have probably gone somewhere else? Yes, but with Egypt's panic being so high, I wanted to at least do something. Not to mention the other places can afford to take a panic hit.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage.
Start off by moving Don Hamilton up, which immediately spots mutons. So we may as well take a shot with her pistol. Okay. Now then, we're immediately going to make sure our assault is concealed. But it doesn't look like we have the ability to use a missile on this turn. So let's move Lexi up, being careful to still spread out our operatives. Because, of course, the mutons have grenades. And our other 2 operatives are just going to go on Overwatch. Well, yeah, let's just go on Overwatch. I am very tempted to throw a smoke grenade down, but hopefully it won't be necessary. Looks like my hopes were right. So, we also get a read on the next meld canister. But, one thing at a time, Don Hamilton's going to start off with a 90% headshot. And we remove our first muton. With our double tap ability, we can go for a second. Which goes wide off of a 90%. Now then, let's go and start moving to obtain some meld.
Alien object in shot. Enemies rolling up.
Instead of finding any meld, we only find a muton, or a mechtoid and some sectoids. But we can still take a 81% to try and take out that muton that clicked on Hamilton's mission, which we do and actually manage to kill off of a critical hit, which is a surprise, but a welcome one to be sure. Alright, and it looks like this time we can actually get the meld canister. Hopefully. At least.
Good to go.
Our support moves up. Everyone overwatches just in case one of the sectoids or mechtoids decides to show their head. Or show their face. Which one does, prompting a reaction shot from our assault, which goes wide.
Missed.
We also now only have one turn to procure the meld canister, and also our that car blew up because we shot at it. Alright, doesn't look like we can again,
Heading to that
which
location.
is starting to get on my nerves, but whatever. Not much we can do about that now.
Okay.
Let's
Alien
move
object
our
in sight.
assault up, who unfortunately can't use a needle grenade. But what he can't, but Don Hamilton can take an 85 and remove the sectoid from play. Gonna go on some more overwatches. Our assault, using his newfound heavy laser, takes a shot at the sectoid. Our assault, our heavy did that. Our assault is going to overwatch, and our invisible assault moved up ever so slightly, being sure to remain invisible.
Shot wide.
However, the mechtoid moves out, prompting 2 reaction shots, both of which go wide.
They're backing up. Advance.
But, of course, that's not all we got. Gonna start off with Don Hamilton taking a shot, dealing 7 damage.
I'm out of firepower over here.
She would be able to double tap, but she is out of ammo. Alright, let's try and take out this mechtoid, because I believe it might be the last enemy on the map. And if it is, it means we can procure another meld canister. Our assault's going to use rapid fire. First shot goes wide. Second shot connects,
Enemy
dealing
still
6
unlocked.
damage.
Can't engage.
Now then, we may as well still get our sniper some more XP. Or at least try to. 86%. And for a second time, he kills off the last enemy, being a mechtoid with his pistol. Now then, fortunately, it looks like that wasn't the last enemy on the map. Last enemy on the map, in fact, was that muton we encountered earlier. But that's not a big deal. We could always just fire a rocket his way. Deals 6 damage, almost killing him in 1 shot. So, hopefully. So we could just use flush to move the enemy, or we could just take an 82% and kill off the muton. It does, however, reveal our assault, and also reveal that 2 wasn't the last enemy on the map. So we're going to use run and gun to dash up to the meld. The only reason we really used it was in case there was an enemy over there. We didn't really need to collect the meld on this turn.
Ready to rock.
Don Hamilton reloads.
Rock and roll.
Our Salt also reloads.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And our Heavy moves to a slightly different position. And everyone else is going to move up.
Position confirmed.
What's making that noise? X-ray spotted.
Alright, and what really is the last enemy on this mission, or the last group of enemies, is a sectoid commander and a mechtoid. We immediately lower the sectoid commander down to 3 health. So let's try not to lower him any further as we move up and try and capture him. Well, I suppose we can always just take an 83 with our pistol to lower him down to 1, increasing our odds.
He's down.
Which is what we would have done had our assault not crit with our pistol,
Okay.
which is the only time I think I'm going to be even marginally upset with a critical hit. Either way, since we're not on any timer whatsoever, we can just have everyone overwatch. Yes, even our assault.
Missed the target. Need ammo.
They're starting to lose ground.
Incoming fire!
Headed there now. Scanning.
Location confirmed.
He's dead.
Affirmative. Rock and roll. Headed there now.
Good shot. Enemies rolling up.
Nailed it. Okay.
Don't wait, Captain Captain. I need
Everything
ammo.
by the numbers.
Alright, I just realized my mic was muted, but I don't think we needed any commentary to end off that episode, or to end off that mission.
Not a single casualty among the entire squad. That takes a solid effort.
Alright. And our sniper gets promoted yet again to lieutenant. We're going to give him the battle scanner ability. We also get a defender's medal and another sectoid commander corpse.
Remember, we will be watching.
This does also decrease panic in Egypt, but we still have to put a satellite up over India. We get a request to dispatch 6 Exalt sniper rifles to the UK, but we can't because simply we gave them away. So, this mission is This mission is, well...
Commander, it appears you falsely identified the nation responsible for hosting Exalt's headquarters, and there has been considerable political fallout as a result. If this council is to remain united in the face of the ongoing alien threat, further missteps must be avoided at all costs.
Alright, and on that we agree. So, let's not do that again until we have more solid intelligence. So, let's try and find a sniper with any pistol training. Which we can't do because we sent
I wonder if it was
them
all
off.
worth it for the aliens.
We sent off the only pistol sniper to the, well, we sent off the only pistol sniper to the, Scilabs. So, let's send out
Covert
a
operative deployed to
assault.
disrupt Exalt Cell in France.
Also means we have to do
The new
some...
engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
Does also mean that we need to put a satellite up over Russia, but that's not a big deal. So, let's give ourselves a Canadian mech, shall we?
Once the required amputations have been completed, the engineering team will begin grafting the cyber...
We also get panic in Russia,
Contact detected.
and a UFO landing. This is definitely going to be the last mission of the day, so let's make it count. This all looks good. Let's see. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to change, so let's keep going.
Touching down.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. It looks like the UFO...
Looks like the Sky Ranger is going to fly directly over the UFO, and we immediately have vision of it. Let's see if that holds true.
HQ, this is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
No, it does
Roger
not.
that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Let's send our assault dashing up, being sure to send him dashing into full cover so as to conceal him. Finding no enemies, we're going to semi-cautiously move everybody
there
else
now.
up, being careful to not spread everyone too far
Understood.
apart.
Moving out.
Our slightly more novice sniper is going to move up into full cover, whereas
Double
Miss Dawn
time.
Hamilton heads into half cover. And our support, being the only person you can overwatch, will overwatch. Alright, so hearing some semi-concerning sounds that I don't recognize because I forgot to start actually listening for what sounds the enemy makes. But we do, however, spot a group of mutons and a floater. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like anyone has vision on it. So let's move up Dawn Hamilton. She now has a line of sight. One she can't act upon, however, so they're going to Overwatch. That also puts us a rough bar that we can't go past, which we accidentally go past and alert the enemies to our presence. Dawn Hamilton takes a shot with her pistol, dealing a critical hit to one of the mutons. However, it was still only a critical hit with a pistol. Alright. So, let's move out. Let's see if we can't have our heavy shoot a rocket at the enemies. Hit them all. It looks like we could hit them all, but we would also hit ours. No, we could hit them all. Alright. Hit them with it. Alright, we take care of one muton and wound the other muton and the berserker. The berserker moves up and triggers close combat specialist, which also moves the muton slightly closer to our, or not the berserker slightly closer to the rest of us, which seems like it would be a bad thing, but we can always try and capture this. I don't believe we gain anything from it, though. So, like how we would usually gain some... Unlike how we would usually gain the enemy's weapon, because the berserkers don't have a weapon, we don't gain anything. Let's have our sniper finish off the berserker with his pistol.
Eyes on target.
Alright, both of the Seekers go into stealth mode. This time we're going to get that meld, so let's send our Assault dashing up right next to it. 4 turns remaining. We can also finish off the muton. And we may as well have our slightly more experienced rookie throw out a battle scanner. His very first, if I'm not mistaken. Revealing both of the Seekers. Now at this point, we're in no major hurry to get rid of them, because they are still only Seekers. So even if we don't, kill them, it's not a big deal, because, well, they don't pose a significant threat to us. So let's try and take one in alive. First shot with a pistol is a critical hit, dealing 3 damage, an almost perfect amount, or at least it would have been, if we were actually able to capture them, or not. So, it's inconvenient, but we didn't stand much to gain from it anyway. So let's have our assault fire a plasma shot, taking care of one, and the other eats a heavy laser to the face. And the turn with Dawn Hamilton overwatching. Now we might just have 2 longer videos back to back. I'll try and avoid that, while still making some of the best moves possible. Our assault moves up, but he is concealed. It also reveals through another group of mutons, it looks like. However, no one has a line of sight on them yet,
I'm on it, Commander.
so we're just going to move Dawn Hamilton down so that she hopefully will on the next turn. We're also going to move our other sniper up to hopefully do the same. And everyone else is just
I'm on it, Commander.
generally moved up into the best cover available.
Roger that.
Except for the support, who is sent into no cover and has to dash to half cover because I misclicked. Which isn't a big deal. Or at least, hopefully it won't be. We absolutely should try and take a Muton in alive.
You hear that?
I'm not entirely sure what weapon they carry, but whatever it is, we would be very, very glad to have another one if we don't have one of our own already. Now, another reason I am so confident with moving around our assault is because of his incredible health pool. Being a captain with chitinous plating, he has more health than the Berserker, I'm pretty sure. Which will make him very formidable. It is worth noting, Dawn Hamilton has a very similar amount of health. But given the fact that she is the highest rank she can be, that is not surprising. Hopefully, our assault's frankly absurd health pool will only grow from here.
Moving.
So let's move the assault up to the doorway, where we now know where all the enemies are. We also know that they're behind a wall, so we can move up
Solid copy.
slightly more generously. But just because we can, doesn't mean we shouldn't also go on Overwatch, just in case they decide to move outside.
Roger that.
And in case they do, well, if they do, they're going to be met with a frankly absurd amount of Overwatch fire.
Here they come.
No longer a threat.
Cover my flanks.
Alright, and we take care of all but one of the mutons with our copious amounts of reaction fire. We also reveal a mechtoid and a sectoid. So let's start off by getting our assault array out of there. And
That's affirmative.
let's also move everybody else
I'm on
up,
it, Commander.
even if only slightly.
Moving to position. Target confirmed. On our way.
Alright, and now we're ready in case that Muton tries to poke his head out again. Looks like he doesn't, so let's have our assault open up the door, revealing a sectoid commander, who we will hopefully be able to capture this time around.
Aye, aye, Commander.
So let's continue to move everybody up in order to, again, hopefully capture that sectoid
Heading
commander.
to that location.
Dawn Hamilton is still just going to overwatch outside, as will our other sniper and Alexi. So let's use our flush ability on the sectoid commander to hopefully bring him out of cover. Which doesn't work, but we still deal 2 damage to him nonetheless.
Okay.
Alright, an 84%. Brings the sectoid commander down to 2 health. However, our quest to capture one alive is apparently still going to be ongoing. But, something we're not in the market to capture alive, this Muton can take a shot from Don Hamilton. The sectoid is just going to take a 67, which kills it, and deals 3 damage to the mechtoid.
Trying to pull back.
Right, even though we didn't capture that specific sectoid commander, they're increasingly common. So hopefully we'll be able to find one and capture one soon. Find the second meld canister, but sadly I don't think we're going to be able to procure it.
Understood. Moving out.
But we can still have our support take a 79 with his light plasma gun, dealing 4 damage.
Out of rounds.
Not exceedingly good, but at the same time, far from the worst he can do.
Time to motor.
Alright, and we may as well move everybody else up as well.
Target confirmed. On our way.
Oh yeah.
Let's rock.
Alright, let's start off by making sure everyone is armed,
All over.
and let's have Don Hamilton open up the door, which thankfully reveals no more enemies, leading me to hope at least that mechtoid is the last remaining alien on the ship. But I know better.
Roger that.
And of course, everyone who can Overwatch will Overwatch. Mechtoid goes out the other door, taking reaction fire from both our snipers, both of which connect, one of which, however, sadly, only dealing one of the weapons 2 possible damage. Alright, and still, we may as well try and get this operative some more experience. No point in letting Don Hamilton get the kill, unless we absolutely have to, which it appears as though we do.
Hostile neutralized.
The reason I'm so reluctant to let Don Hamilton get any kills is, of course, because she is already at max level, and getting kills for experience will do nothing for her. So, effectively... So, should we stop bringing her on missions? Absolutely not. She is far too powerful. I'm pretty sure at this point she can fight
Copy that.
whatever aliens are next up, damn near single-handedly.
Heading out.
Alright. And it looks like all that's...
Roger
And
that.
it looks like all that might be left is the Outsider. Or perhaps even a new sort of alien. Not entirely sure,
Back
however.
online.
Aye, aye, Commander. Reloaded.
Since we don't have any aliens in view, we may as well have some of our troops reload.
Will do.
But our support still with a full weapon is just going to Overwatch.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Alright, and it looks like my assumption about the last remaining enemies were entirely correct. We get a group of sectoid commanders. So, I guess entirely correct is in itself incorrect. Let's not get into this, it's just gonna hurt my brain. This time, we are going to try much harder to actually capture one of the sectoid commanders. But, just because we're going to capture one, doesn't mean we have to let both live. First one is going to take a rapid fire shot, both of which miss. We're also going to have our snipers move in. So that at least we could start dealing some damage with their pistols. Which, at this point, should absolutely be laser pistols. I know I keep saying it, but I never do it. So, after this mission, we are definitely going to do this, even though we're already letting the episode run on a bit.
I'm on the move.
But hopefully that won't have it go on for too much longer. So we immediately deal 9 damage to one of the aliens, taking it down to 1 health so that we can hopefully capture it, and the other is taken down to 3. So we're going to move the heavy up into the doorway. The only thing that could ruin this now is if the aliens decide to mind control our arc thrower having operative. Bleh, I cannot talk today.
Can't fight it.
Which it appears they want to do. Which is a shame. Rather ironically, by doing that, they have only sealed their own fate.
I'm on it, Commander.
But, of course, not by the hand of that specific assault, because he's out of ammo. But a laser sniper rifle should do the trick. Which it does.
Excellent work. All objectives complete.
Our troops really came through on this one. I'm glad everyone made it back safely.
Now then, our assault gets the ability Will to Survive, which makes sure he takes 2 less damage from anything whenever he's in cover. So let's build another laser pistol, and I don't think we really need anything else. Yeah, we don't really. Alright, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you lovely folks in the next one, where we will hopefully remove some panic from Russia. Though, I can't imagine a Russian person panicking. How are the aliens even invading Russia? Either way, thank you all for watching. I will see you, lovely folks, next week. Thank you. Oh, crap, that's not the stop recording button. I'm leaving that in, whatever.